Thanks for tuning back in. I'm Tommy Campbell, still bald, still in my basement, and still laughing at the Onion buying Alex Jones' Infowars site. I mean, this is awesome. This is the best auction trolling since Lindell's Pillow Warehouse saw industrial equipment go for $6. And I'll be getting into this, including an exclusive meltdown from Alex Jones himself, along with the leopards ate my face situation happening with Trump's hires, from Matt Gaetz to this guy.
So what do we want to do? We want to go in and slash and burn that bureaucracy to help Americans, stimulate the economy, and to restore self-governance again, Sean. The people we elect to run the government, they're not even the ones who run the government anymore. It's these unelected bureaucrats. Republican politicians have talked about fixing this for a long time, not with a lot of progress.
Okay, Vivek is talking about these unelected bureaucrats being a problem when he's literally just been given a job by Trump. Vivek was not elected. He got a handout for remaining loyal, and the first thing he plans to do is cut healthcare for veterans. Seriously, you can't make it up. It is the Drain the Swamp Con 2.0, folks. And along with it, we are getting this indecent proposal sequel we never asked for. I wouldn't rule out Elon trying to get with her for a second. That's how long it would last. And her going for it, because obviously attracted to money.
Alex here, still in the bunker with Marjorie. Again, good dude. So, it's true, Infowars.com is gone. It don't even work. Like, check this out. Peter North himself couldn't load this one. It's gone, people. This is the tyranny of the New World Order, desperate to silence the American people. Well, we're doing our best to pretend we're not humiliated. It has been super tough. I lost my Lie Factory website for Eyes Too Close Together Gym Bros. I spent the entire time just sitting on the chest fly machine there, doom scrolling my fake Patriot nonsense on their made in China phones, while the normals wait to actually use the fitness equipment, and my dog the bounty hunter look-alike Georgia Gremlin, Marjorie, is furious. Because she was certain she was going to be a shoo-in for a top job with President Trump. But he didn't want her shoe or the mortadella meat stump feet that go in them anywhere near his Ronnie Jackson pill cabinet. I mean, that can all change, it can, but the reality is he doesn't need your weird take on CrossFit, Marjorie. He's got Bobby Brainworms covering the health stuff. And don't be jealous, neither you qualified. 0 medical backgrounds, just like me, folks. Buy my supplements. When I first heard the Onion was the highest bidder, I was confused. Did Lauren Boebert buy it? Because in certain circles, it is well known that Ted Cruz calls Lauren his petite onion. It's French. He was born in Calgary, Alberta. That's in Canada. So, was she using the money she got for exposing the underwater alien base, the orbs? So I was like, whoa, Saved by Boebert. She is more than just a handy theater patron. She is my Lord and Savior. And then my just out of jail assistant for me. The Onion is like a comedy site. And I mean, there's a way to ridicule me and for them to use the site for good. I don't get it. I had Roger Stone bidding, and he is what I call a really put together guy. This makes 0 sense. There's a lot of behind the scenes deep state going on here. There's a big deal. The globalists want to destroy my ability to sell disinformation to the dum-dums, but I just fired up the AJ network. And I admit, it has caused some confusion because there's a super popular band called the Backstreet Boys with a hot singer named AJ, who's also a very good dancer. So I have some very confused fans, but this is all part of my transitioning to AJ. Fine, take my studio. You know what? I got plenty of mics. Sure, Rode. I even got Mike Johnson. Dude left his laptop open for me, and I cloned his drive to a USB. I now own his entire wank history on a thumb drive, and it's like leverage. So go ahead and raid the studio, Onion. Take it all down, but do it with caution, okay? They're serious. You can take the electronics. You can rip down the lights. But you have to do it in the presence of my 2'10" Minecraft-bodied blonde meat swamp and be advised of the shin-down disaster. Her feet look like they were put back together by Stevie Wonder after getting run over by a Cybertruck prototype. Feet shouldn't have their skin like a teenage Klingon's forehead that's addicted to dollar store peanut butter cups and spray cheese. We are talking 7 mismatched, out-of-order chopped hot dog toes and calloused cracked heels with more lines than Don Jr.'s CD case. Because what is the rule, MTG?
The socks stay on.
The socks stay on. The Onions put their sign behind me, didn't they? It is. Just make it go away. Make it go away. Make it go away.
The Onion takeover is one of the greatest owns in history. I love it. I mean, I can't stand Alex. I've been blasting him for years. But one of the best parts of this is that Everytown for Gun Safety, a gun control not-for-profit organization, reached an agreement to advertise on the new site. Alex Jones is awful, and he's not going to go away. But this is a major setback, and I hope this takeover gives his brainwashed viewers another pause, just a pause to consider whether they should be getting any more information from this death-denying scumbag. I make this show 100% on my own thanks to you. If you love what I do, drop me a super thanks, consider leaving me a PayPal tip, or hit the join button to support what I do here.
My understanding is that Roger Stone and others had taken a long time to put together a very competitive bid that I think had no financing outs. And I think the court owes it to the American people to see what the bids were. And if the Stone or other people who are affiliated with Alex actually put a bid in that was competitive or higher. Right now.
Sounds like you want a bit of a recount there, Steve. See, they don't believe anything when they lose, but it's all fine and dandy when they win. I don't hear Steve or Roger crying foul with voting machines this go round, but I do see Bannon's MAGA tears about this and the fact that Elon has taken over his role. First Lady.
And the difference is to what was 8 years ago today. President Trump understands the job. He knows the people that he needs around him to get there. And I think he's going to be much better prepared because he only has one term, but he'll hit the ground running this time.
You say Gates will not be confirmed. Why bother with the nomination then?
You can talk to the president, but it's a good deflection from others, but it also gives. I'll let it stand at that.
Oh, now President Trump understands the job. He'll hit the ground running. That's your justification for this? Okay, Kevin and Matt are enemies, so it's interesting that he's saying it's a deflection. He seems pretty pleased with it, as he knows this will backfire on Gates. At least that's what I think. Maybe Donald Trump did stage it as a deflection, knowing it would cause a stir, but it was short-sighted by both of them. It's all gonna come out.
And there's a reason why no one in the conference came and defended him, because we had all seen the videos he was showing on the House floor that all of us had walked away of the girls that he had slept with. He'd brag about how he would crush ED medicine and chase it with an energy drink so he could go all night. This is obviously before he got married.
Yeah, I'm sure it was before he got married. These people cannot confirm Gates. Even from a legal standpoint, he's never been a prosecutor. Gates graduated from William and Mary Law School in 2007 and was admitted to the Florida bar in 2008. He had a stint as an attorney with the Keefe, Ankers, and Gordon law firm, and recently hundreds of students from his school signed a petition calling for his resignation after he voted against certifying the 2020 election. He was even suspended from practicing law in 2021 due to unpaid fees, but was later reinstated. I have covered his accusations in depth here for a long time, recently in this video, and here's this segment again, because it's important to get it out there, because the mainstream news doesn't seem to touch on his teen touchiness enough. For the first time, sworn testimony has been referenced in public court filings alleging that Congressman Matt Gaetz attended one of the drug-fueled parties tied to the underage sex scandal. The documents cite sealed affidavits from 3 eyewitness testimonies, and the reason these are made public is because Gaetz' friend and Florida real estate developer and lobbyist Chris Dorworth had tried to bury his involvement with a civil lawsuit, but after missing key dates involving his secrecy requests, defense lawyers seeking to recover their attorney fees motioned for the depositions to be made public. The discovery taken in this case to date reflects that on Saturday, July 15, 2017, Dorworth hosted a party at his residence with the following guests present: AB, KM, BG, Matt Gaetz, lawyers wrote in the filing, also listing several others. The 17-year-old girl was listed first, identified only as AB. The defense lawyers filed testimonies from those 3 women who the attorneys say placed Gaetz at Chris Dorworth's house that night. Chris Dorworth has denied Matt was at the party, but a former girlfriend of Matt Gaetz that was there provided testimony the lawyers say rebuts Dorworth's claims that he was not there. Court filings reveal that a hired digital forensic examiner identified Gaetz' number, and the two had texted back and forth 30 times that day, and then Gaetz phoned Dorworth twice in the hours before the party. Gaetz' former girlfriend is identified in the document as BG, and she confirmed AB's presence at the party under penalty of perjury. This was Gaetz 3 years ago.
They're saying there is a 17-year-old girl who you had a relationship with. Is that true? And who is this girl? What are they talking about, the New York Times?
The person doesn't exist. I have not had a relationship with a 17-year-old. That is totally false. The allegation, as I read it in the New York Times, is that I've traveled with some 17-year-old in some relationship. That is false, and records will bear that out to be false.
Crossed state lines, traveled. Matt Gaetz' best friend and former wingman, Joel Greenberg, was indicted on 33 counts. Court documents say Greenberg was engaged in sugar daddy relationships in a cash-for-sex ring. Joel is serving an 11-year sentence for sex trafficking and fraud. Gaetz and Greenberg shared Venmo connections with at least 2 women who received payments. The 17-year-old that led to Greenberg's sex trafficking charge is the same 17-year-old investigators have connected to Gaetz. That is the AB in the new documents. Gaetz has denied allegations that he ever slept with a minor or participated in human trafficking, even though his best friend went to jail for this, his best friend. The Department of Justice informed Gaetz it would not be criminally charging him over the allegations. But a House Ethics Committee investigation remains open, and these documents could be the nail in the coffin for Gaetz, who looks like a weird vampire. His resignation was an attempt to bury this, as he needs to be confirmed by the Senate. But multiple Republicans have avoided questions, and some are voicing massive concerns and want the investigation forward. And if it does, it will be devastating. Former counsel at the Office of Congressional Ethics, Kedrick Payne, said that the panel absolutely can release it. There's no rule that says after somebody's out of your jurisdiction, you can't release the information. No, that's not true. They can release whatever they want.
I think there should not be any limitation on the Senate Judiciary Committee's investigation, including whatever the House Ethics Committee has generated.
There isn't a limitation. Now, I just wish Matt hadn't pumped his head full of Botox for that Joel Osteen melted candle look, because I would love to see the look on his face when he knows he's done for. A free way to support me is by doing your regular Amazon shopping through my link in the description. That's it. It costs you nothing. Just got to click here, and it helps me keep the show going. And now for the most embarrassing clip of the week.
If Donald Trump says jump 3 feet high and scratch your head, we all jump 3 feet high and scratch our heads. That's it.
We're getting the Indecent Proposal sequel we never asked for. Part of me wonders if Elon's entire play is to take Melanie to Pound Town.
Infowars.com, it's gone. Doesn't even work. Peter North himself couldn't load this one. The truth is, Infowars.com is gone. Check this out. It doesn't even work. Peter North himself couldn't load this one. It is gone, people. Her feet look like they were put back together by Stevie Wonder after getting run over by a Cybertruck, prototype Cybertruck. There's a super popular band they're called the Backstreet Boys with a hot singer named AJ. He's also a terrific dancer. So I have some confused fans.
I can confirm the Tommy Campbell Show is the best political comedy show on YouTube. And I hope you subscribe.